Gabriel Beck here. So many people fall into the frames of other people. Why? Well, because back in the days, when there was no society, no government, no rules, right? You got to think in terms of how we evolved. Why do we like sugar and salt? Because that's what we needed to survive. Sugar, the honey for energy, okay? Salt in our foods does, as Jesus says, if the salt loses its saltiness, then, how can it be of any use, basically? Salt is important. Now, what I'm tying that down to is our instinctual habits, right? Keeping us, it's trying to help us because back in the day, we were afraid that if we were too loud, if we expressed ourselves the way that we wanted to, if we didn't follow the alpha in the pack, that we would get either shunned from the tribe or even worse, beaten and killed. If you took the alpha's girl, the prettiest girl that the alpha wanted, you could get beat up. There was no jail back in the day. You could die. So, a lot of times, us men will experience this anxiety around pretty women. Why? That's because you feel imposter syndrome. You feel like you're not that you're not worthy of her, that you feel like that if you grab her, your instincts are kicking in like, uh-oh, what problems are coming out of this? And it's not just with girls. I use that example because all men watching this, if they want to actually humble themselves and take a grain of salt, as the word of the day is salt, you also have to not be afraid to show the world your salt. Give your flavor. Add the flavor, as Owen Cook likes to say. And as I'm reminding myself right now, I got to merge with the word. It's not even about force. It's about the texture, the flavor, not forcing it, but enjoying it, right? It's kind of like when you're having fun at a birthday party. Think back when we were kids. You didn't think about who you were going to go talk to and what activity you were going to grab and go do next, whether you were going to go to the pool or on the trampoline or on the slide or go talk to your friend Matthew. You just were jumping, boom, 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 following the fun. You got to follow the fun. But it's different as adults. It's not quite so laid out and easy, right? As a kid, oh, I got to go to the ball pit. Oh, I got to go get some food. Oh, I got to go get a Go-Gurt from mom, okay? As an adult, you get to make the rules. But oftentimes, if you're not comfortable making the rules for yourself, then what you're going to end up doing is you're going to fall into the frames of other people. Just look at it monetarily. When you aren't able to sustain yourself financially, you go to somebody else who can sustain themselves financially and other people. And then you go under their umbrella, you listen to their rules, you listen to their frame of mind that they made up. This is not the rules of God that they're laying down. This is, Peter Joseph's rules that he made up because he has company ABC Club and you're getting paid, but you're getting paid just enough to where you can't do anything with it. I don't care what job you have. You could be making $1 million a year at your job. Unless they give you residual income to where when you stop working one day, you still get paid for it, then maybe that's a good career path. But besides that, I don't care if you're making $100,000 a year, let's talk more realistic numbers, or $50,000 a year. I've worked in call centers doing vacation sales where people were genuinely making $120,000 a year in that room, making $2,000 plus every single week. That's what $100,000 a year is $2,000 every single week. I've had weeks myself where I hit $1,800 in a week and been like, dang. But it doesn't matter because the second that job gets replaced by AI, which will eventually happen, you can look up Air AI, shout out Caleb Maddox. If you don't think that AI is going to take over, and Air AI was just 2 years ago, and that stuff's already crazy. I'm working with an AI system now with my business to call leads and schedule calendar appointments. I work with ChatGPT. Every single YouTube title, description, and tags, AI. Okay, you got to get with it. You can't not use it because that's like saying you're not going to use the internet in the thousands when it was coming out. Like, yeah, you can go against the system, but you're hurting your reach. You're hurting what we're talking about here, which is being able to have your own frame. So many other people, they're like, oh, I got to do a YouTube video this way. Oh, I got to talk this way. Oh, I have to only talk about this topic. Oh, I have to do my business in this manner. Oh, I have to dress this way. No, you don't. You see, and this is all coming from Owen Cook's story on Instagram today, where he's going through this forest looking at the trees, and he's making a little joke here. You know, he's like, oh man, he's talking to his phone. He going, I get to just frolic through the woods and talk about random things and this is my life, and there's so many other people that just grind away for nothing. And it's just like the free event that I went to in April in Orlando, where they're saying you're optimizing for the wrong reality. You're optimizing to be a provider and a protector. When you're not being a very good provider, meaning you're not making over $100,000 a year or something, at least 40 grand a year, come on. And you're not a very good protector because you don't have enough time to get in the shape that you need to get in or train to be able to protect, or have the money to buy the guns that you need to be able to protect your house because there's crazy rumors of war going on right now. But even if you don't have the money to protect yourself, even if you're homeless on the streets watching this video somehow, the only person that's coming to save you is Jesus Christ. God sent his only begotten Son. That is the only frame that we should trust over our own. Jesus is the only way, the truth, the life. Now, this video is meant to talk about how you can throw your own flavor on life, and you don't have to rely on John and Peter's way of doing things. That if you are consistent enough, like in Outwitting the Devil says, if a weak plan is made consistent and made definite, then it will become strong. A weak plan has a way of becoming strong if it is definite. If you have the best plan in the world, but you barely do any action on it, I could have the best workout plan in the world, but if I don't do the push-ups, I'm not going to get the results. But if I go on the ground and I do push-ups every single day, even with horrible form, I will get better results than the person with the perfect plan that never takes action. Speed literally defies gravity, as Andrew Tate says. When you're spinning a water bucket, the water will stay in the bucket if you spin it fast enough. As soon as you slow down, it falls. As a plane's going by in the skies, you guys can hear. You see? I ain't capping. The plane, if the engines were to all shut off, everything were to shut off right now, the plane wouldn't just fall out of the sky right where it is. It would continue going. The pilots have the ability to land it afterwards because of how fast it's going. That's how planes are able to fly, because of how they're made, first of all, and the speed. They have to hit a certain speed to hit liftoff. Speed defies gravity. And what is gravity? If you don't know the flat earth theory, you know what I'm saying. But either way, speed wins the game. In boxing matches, I've seen it many times. A big slugger thinks he's got it. And then speed, boom, 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 or precisely timed. But speed will even be precisely timed because you can't time something that's coming at you in a flurry or a barrage. So speed will win the game. If you don't know what to do, do something. Don't just sit there. Fight, flight, or freeze. I'd rather fight, fight, fight. And if you need a rest, call it a rest. You're not freezing. But when it comes to not doing any action for multiple days in a row, and yes, I said days, not weeks, you need to force yourself out of it. Because the thing that stays in motion, the thing that rests stays at rest. as Zeus was going over, this guy's hilarious. I'm gonna show
An
the clip.
object at rest stays at rest.
Hilarious.
Zeke, oh God,
But it's
bro.
so true.
Really?
If it stays at rest,
Oh,
it
an object
stays
at rest.
An object
stays
in
at
motion
rest.
stays
But they
at
just
motion.
made it sound like, you know what I'm saying?
But if you don't keep pushing it, then the forces of life, the gravity, the natural forces will weigh you down. In an easy way, test me on this. Pray when you need that extra strength or when you don't know what to do. Sometimes that is the action that you need to take if you don't know what to do.